Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with My Hero Academia. Last time on My Hero Academia, we had Deku vs. Kacchan, where Midoriya and Ochako faced off against Bakugo and Ida, and it was a pretty hard-fought fight. Ochako was in charge of going and actually securing the weapon, and which means she had to deal with Ida, because Bakugo set his sights on Midoriya, and things got, well, heated, no pun intended, but luckily, despite having to suffer injuries both from attacks by Bakugo and using One for All, Midoriya and Ochako were able to win with improvised teamwork. And yeah, the episode ended right when they won, so yeah, I'm excited to see where we go from here. Obviously, I'm always excited for these episodes because I love this show. But yeah, I am very curious as to where we go from here. So yeah, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Just don't. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode of My Hero Academia. Here we go. I want to know who Bird Guy is that All Might is fighting. I don't know if we're gonna have a villain this season. If that's even a thing.
Whether you win or lose, you can always take something away from an experience like this. As long as you're open to learning.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that, All Might.
Well, despite the results, the MVP of this exercise is young Ida.
Really?
He was the only one who truly adapted to his assigned role. I'll explain.
Yeah.
Bakugo's judgment was clouded by a personal
She got
grudge
it.
against Midoriya. Ida was fully prepared for his opponent's arrival. Had a strategy and never lost sight of his mission to protect the dummy weapon. Even
Yeah.
if it was spoiled in the end.
Aw.
Technically, the hero team won, yes.
Momo Yaoyorozu, one of the 4 students admitted to the hero course based on recommendations.
No,
Interesting.
Time to blow this joint. Let's move on to the next match.
Yeah.
Everything we saw and discussed
We've still got matches.
training for yourself.
I'm gonna take off all my clothes and totally disappear.
Yeah, cool.
Huh.
Hagakure's using her quirk to our advantage, but it's kind of weird to know there's a naked girl standing by me. What exactly am I supposed to do here?
Just don't look, okay?
What's the difference?
Yeah, that's a tricky quirk. You need a suit that can adapt to your powers, and what the hell?
But we've already won.
Well, damn. Quite the quirk, I have to say.
Whoa, he's so strong.
Bakugo's going through a real crisis here. Wow. And he can melt it.
We're just playing on different levels.
Shoto Todoroki, another of the 4 admitted to the hero course based on recommendations.
Okay.
Quirk, half cold, half hot. He freezes with his right side and burns up the charts with his left. The range of his abilities is unknown.
That fucking guy. Well. That's clever. Oh, laser guy. And the Majin.
Oops, my bad.
It's nice to hear some encouraging words after our homeroom class.
Yeah.
Mr. Aizawa was kind of a buzzkill.
I'm happy
Yeah.
to bring such staggering positivity to my alma mater.
Yay.
Now, folks, I should go and check on young Midoriya's progress. I'll
Yeah.
watch how a pro exits like he's got somewhere to be.
That's cool.
His ego may be justified, but a school like UA is bound to shatter it. As his
good.
teacher, it's my sworn duty to counsel him well. But it'll have to wait.
Yeah, I kind of figured he was gonna...
I can't hold this form any longer.
Oh. Yeah, this There's only so much he can really hold that.
Come on, All Might. I know you passed.
Wonder
your
how much
powers
of the
on to
staff
this
actually
boy,
knows
but you
about
can't spoil
All Might.
him.
Several people know about my injury in this weak form, like the UA faculty and a certain group of pro heroes, for example.
Interesting.
However, only a select few people know the secret of One for All. There's
Yeah.
you, the principal, and a very close friend of mine.
The principal?
Young Midoriya, too, of course, but no one else knows the truth about my powers.
Huh.
Hey, it's Midoriya! Good to see you back, Super! Man, I don't know what you were
Well, hey,
saying
guys.
during that match. I'm on to Sarah. More importantly, I'm you,
I'm
pal.
Mina Ashino, and I just gotta say your touching was awesome!
Sue you Asui, but please call me Sue.
Hey, Sato!
I may be able to remember some of those. Oh, he's just, like, leaving? He's done?
Kachan! I haven't told anyone this secret. Not even my mom. I have to tell you something.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You'll understand what's been going on.
It's not really your secret.
I don't really have any control over this power yet.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to make it my own, but I'm trying. That's why I didn't want to use it against you in the exercise. But in the end, it was the only way that I had a chance of winning.
That's still pissing him off.
I've still got a lot to learn.
That probably pisses
know
him
that.
off more.
That's why I'm here.
Borrowed power? Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot.
Well, I mean, that is the
Already made a
truth.
fool out of me in that damn training exercise. When I was watching that ice guy, I realized I couldn't beat him in a head-to-head fight!
Launching
He's
a
pretty
large-scale
OP.
attack indoors was a foolish move.
Crap! I even agreed with what that girl said! My attack was so stupid!
So, learn! You're not the best, but you could be. You could be good.
You'll never beat me again, you bastard! Don't even try!
Yeah.
There you are!
Ah!
Go! I found you!
Save your speeches. I'll be more famous than you, and I'll do it without your help.
Well, he was not prepared for that.
He's already over it. What were you saying to Bakugo before I arrived so heroically?
Oh, nothing special.
I'm so curious!
Tuh.
Why don't you tell me all the juicy details?
Actually, I kind of forgot.
Yeah. Okay. Let's let the credits play. Alrighty. That was another Aftermath episode, definitely. Every time I look at these credits, they always seem different, but they're not. I'm actually gonna turn this down a bit. Okay. Actually, yeah, I think this is an episode that has an after credit scene, so we'll get that. We'll get to that in just a second. Okay. That was definitely an Aftermath episode, I will say. Setting up the rival. So is he leaving? That's what I want to know. Is he leaving UA, or is he gonna come back? I guess that's my biggest question. Did he drop out of UA to do this on his own, or is he... I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out, so... Alright, there is an after credit scene.
None of us were prepared for what was to come. All Might warned us about cunning villains,
Oh shit. What?
and a few days later, we learned firsthand how terrifying they could actually be.
Hey, what do you think will happen when the mighty symbol of peace is finally killed by the villains?
What? No. What? No! No! Oh no! A villain! Handman! Oh dear. Oh shit, that's fucking crazy. Shit. Alright, so, you know, I kind of mentioned this at the beginning of the episode, I think, but I was like, oh man, are we even gonna have a proper villain in this season? It's like, oh yeah, we are. Oh, be careful what you wish for. Okay. That was definitely an Aftermath episode. Definitely Aftermath episode. Still good. Still, set some things in motion. It definitely sets some things in motion. Why was it sunset at 4 o'clock? And this is in April. Hold on. Why was it all sunset at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? The hell? Is that when the sun goes down in Japan? That can't be. That can't be right. No, that's... 4 o'clock is when the sun goes down in, Alaska. I know. I've seen it. I went to Alaska one Christmas. This is, over a decade ago at this point. I went there at Christmas. Sun came up at 10 and went down at 4. It was fucking nuts. Snowed all the goddamn time. But I was 10, so I loved it. So yeah, this was... I guess that would be 12 years ago at this point. Not the point. My glasses are dirty. God damn it, there's a hair. I'm trying to get it out. I think I got it. Okay, the hell was I saying? So this was definitely an Aftermath episode, which is totally fine. It set some things in motion. It gave us the needed aftermath of the fight, as well as, setting up even more characters. We powered through the rest of the tests, and then we pretty much got where Bakugo is going next. So, is he going to become... Well, is he dropping out of UA? That's what I want to know. And, we have... we've set up this rivalry. I do kind of wonder, though, if Bakugo will become a straight-out villain. I don't know. Because his whole thing is still to be a hero. But, I don't know. We'll have to see. Alright. So let's get to the notes after I take a drink. Ooh, that is good. Okay. Alright. The first thing I wrote down was the MVP. Ida was the MVP, the most valuable player. I suppose so. I would kind of go for Ochako being the MVP because, she did so much more, honestly, because, Deku and Kacchan were so busy with their own damn fight. But, at the same time, when you compare Ida and Ochako, Ida did, do his job more. She dropped her guard and, did that risky, improvised, what was it, the Comet home run? It's that is true. So, Ida being the MVP does make sense. I don't, because at first I was thinking, well, really? Would he be? But, no, definitely, I think so. I guess if you were going to rank them, it would be Ida, then Ochako, and maybe you would tie Deku and Kacchan because they just were too busy on their own damn fight. So. Also, I really like Momo. More than just her design, obviously, which is what little purple dude likes. Goddamn, her suit is very revealing. Geez, man, it is a sexy as hell outfit. But more than just her design, I like how smart she is, honestly. It's so funny, and it's just interesting. It's damn, out of everyone in here, she just knows what she's talking about. So I like that. Then we had fucking the overpowered person. Which, first off, what is Momo's power? I don't know. I don't think we've seen what her quirk is, so we're gonna have to figure that out sometime. Because even when they showed, her trial, it was just showing, the little purple dude kind of perving on her. So yeah, we still don't know. I don't think. I'll go back. I'll go back and see if I can... right here. Go ahead and turn the subtitles on.
Momo Yaoyorozu, one of the 4 students admitted to the hero course based on recommendations. Never!
Yeah, that's it. That's all they say. Is it just that she was recommended, which is interesting. You know, she has to be one of 4 students that was recommended. So we've seen 2 of them. So they have to be pretty damn good if they were recommended for UA. So yeah, Momo is interesting, but we don't know her power yet, I don't think. So that'll be interesting to see. However, we do know the power of Todoroki. Is that what it was? Scoot ahead. There's a lawnmower outside. I don't know if you can hear that. Where is it? There it is. Fucking... Also, Invisibility Girl. Poor Invisibility Girl. Because I wondered when they showed, like, all the teams, like, 2 episodes back, there was just gloves. And it's like, well, wait. Is it just a floating pair of gloves? And no, moron. It's an invisible girl, but unfortunately for her, I guess she just doesn't have a suit. You know, like how, I guess, Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four, she'll have a suit that can turn invisible with her. Very convenient, because otherwise you have to strip butt naked in order to do that. Which unfortunately this girl had to do, so, and hopefully it's not really hard to, you know, control that power of hers, or else, ooh, that could get a little awkward amongst the teachers and students. I don't know why I specifically said teachers first. I think I was going to say student, but then just teacher came out first. But then I corrected it by saying student, and most of you probably wouldn't have caught that if I hadn't spent 30 seconds talking about that. Anyway. So, okay. But Todoroki, what was his thing?
It's not your fault. We're just playing on different levels.
Todoroki, another of the 4 admitted to the hero course based on
Yeah,
recommendations.
Todoroki.
Half cold, half hot.
That's interesting.
Right side and burns up the charts with his left.
The range of his abilities is unknown. Okay. That is very interesting. And that's why his suit, half of it is ice and the other half isn't. That's definitely interesting. So, he froze the entire building. Like, honestly, out of all of them, he's probably the most powerful. Yeah, and that poor arm guy couldn't do anything. But yeah, he seems to be the most powerful of them all. Even more than Bakugo, because, you know, his powers aren't, you know, that, you know, long range unless he uses his gauntlet. And technically, I suppose you could say Midoriya's One for All is more powerful, but he just can't control it. It always shatters his arms. That's gotta fucking suck, man. Every time he just shatters his arm. Like, that is so fucking horrible that he has to go through that pain every time. Okay, so we did get more about the recommendation. The recommended students. So there were 4 students that were admitted into UA were recommended to get into UA. So I assume that means they didn't have to... I don't think they were in the trials, so that's interesting. But yeah, 4 students were recommended, which means we haven't seen 2 of the students. We've only seen Momo and Todoroki, so yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll find the other 2 later. I don't know. Now I suppose that also begs the question, how many people were actually recommended to get into UA, but only these 4 were chosen? Could be an interesting little plot point, but honestly, I don't see them going that far with it. Okay, I wrote down All Might and the Truth. So, he said that most of the UA faculty knew about the truth, basically. So let me see if I can... Okay. Let me take this back.
People know the secret of One for All, as you, the principal, and a very close friend of mine.
Hold on.
Heroes, for example. However...
Damn it.
Born hero, Mr. Symbol of Peace.
Several people know about my injury in this weak form, but the
Yeah.
UA faculty and a certain group of pro-heroes, for example.
Okay, so all of the UA faculty know about it, and specific pro-heroes, which is interesting. Maybe that could be Endeavor and, what was it, Best Genist? We haven't really talked about them since that one little point in the episode. I don't remember what episode that was. So maybe that would be them, the select pro heroes, and all of UA faculty.
Only a select few people know the secret of One for All, as you...
Okay. So a select few people... So the UA faculty and some pro heroes know about this, I guess, his base form that he has. The base form that he has. But only a select few actually know about his quirk, which is interesting.
Principal and a very close friend of mine. Young Midoriya, too, of course, but...
Okay. So only 4 people know the truth about his powers. Recovery Girl, the principal, who even just as a silhouette, that's an interesting design for him. A very close friend of his. We don't really know. I can't tell. I mean, that doesn't look like Endeavor. No, that... Because there's a specific, chin on there, and then the neck, and then the thing, so that's not Best Genist. So, I don't know who that is. And then Midoriya. They're the only ones that know about One for All. That's interesting. I was kind of saying, how many people actually know of his power, because they've shown him, in the faculty lounge... just sitting there in his base form, and I think Aizawa walked by, and I was like, okay, so how many people actually know about his power? But he does say, or about his base form, it is specifically the UA faculty and select pro heroes, so that's interesting. And I don't know, it's interesting, he can barely get through a class before he has to revert back to his base form, which is interesting. I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe that'll be a big reveal sometime, that All Might does have this base form. It would be easier on him, definitely, because then, he wouldn't have to just to teach a class, keep this form up. I don't know, that would be better for him, but I don't know. He doesn't want to, reveal the truth as of right now. I wrote down new friends. Midoriya's making new friends with the rest of the classmates, which all I remember, I think, was Mina was the pink girl. The pink girl that really liked how he dodged. That's all I remember. Of all of them, so we're gonna have to slowly work on remembering their names. But yeah, new friends. Everyone's becoming friendly in this class, and I like that. Everyone's becoming friendly, and every one of them's kind of pissing off Ida in some other way, and they're pissing him off. Oh, Ida. I like Ida. I like how over-concerned he is about heroes and the sacred desks of UA. Yeah. I wrote down the rivalry. The rivalry now more than ever between Deku and Kacchan. So Midoriya tried to explain his quirk, but it didn't work. It's a very odd, thing to try to explain. It's like, oh, well, my quirk is borrowed from someone, but I can't say who. Maybe, I almost feel like if he said that he got his quirk from All Might, I almost feel like that would that'd be less believable, honestly. Well, I mean, All Might could probably just say, like, oh, yeah, I did do that. That's my power. But Kacchan is not believing it. And, yeah, we need to figure out, did Kacchan actually drop out of UA? It's fucking people doing their yard work when I'm trying to fucking record. Amateurs. No, I'm kidding. There's no way you can't hear that. Sounds like they're walking away. Okay. So yeah, we need to figure out, did Bakugo actually drop out of UA to go do this on his own? I almost feel like he wouldn't. Maybe he'll get moved into a different class though. You know, because he did say, like, I'll become, you know, I'll become better than you, and I'll do it on my own. I'll do it without your help. So, I don't know. And then, yeah, that end credit scene with the villains. So, I mean, we have 5 episodes left this season, I believe. There's 5 more episodes of season 1, because there's only 13 episodes overall. So, yeah, we might bring in some villains pretty soon. I mean, even, you know, during the opening credits, I kind of keep saying, it's like, so who's that bird dude that All Might fights in the intro? And we saw him. He was one of them, with the guy with too many hands, the well-dressed man with a phantom head. I don't remember who else was there. I guess I can go see. Yeah, well-dressed man with the phantom head. They want to take out All Might.
What do you think will happen when the mighty...
What the hell? I can't even tell. Oh, that's him. That's just him from behind. That's Too Many Hands guy. So there's 3 of them.
Is finally killed by the villains.
Shigaraki. That is a villainous name. Huh. Maybe I'm not supposed to know that yet, the fucking subtitles, but whatever, it's just a name. I'm probably not going to remember that. But okay, so there's 3 of them. There's well-dressed man with a phantom head, there's Birdman with exposed brain, and then there's Shigaraki, who's the Too Many Hands guy. So yeah. So they want to kill All Might. And especially now that he's a teacher, which is interesting. So that'll be interesting. We'll have to see how that factors in. I mean, you know, this is a villain for All Might, but that's obviously going to affect the students, especially Midoriya. So maybe Midoriya will have to come in and help, but he's going to have to fucking learn to control his power, though. You know, we still got to work on that. We still got to work on his quirk. So yeah, but we'll see what happens next time. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with these villains, with Bakugo, with just classes in general, and with Midoriya not shattering his arm every time he fucking uses One for All. So yeah, that is pretty much it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of My Hero Academia reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.